Let's talk about how to diversify your online presence for more visibility, more control, and better results for your small business. Hi, I'm Lindsay Berta, founder of Berta Marketing, a marketing agency designed specifically for small business owners where I handle all of your marketing so you can focus on what you love. So first, let's get to the real question. Did you survive the Facebook shutdown of 2021? Did you freak out, go crazy, not know what to do with yourself for 5 hours? Well, all jokes aside, we need a better plan when it comes to our businesses online. I want you to ask yourself, where is your business showing up online? Where are you putting in the most effort? And does your online presence heavily rely on the use of one social platform? If so, then you are relying on the success of another company to keep yours afloat. A company that you have absolutely no control over. Now, I want you to know that I do think social media is an amazing tool that should be used to advance your visibility online. However, it should be used as a means to an end and not as an end in itself. I highly advise against relying solely or even in a large part on social media to market your business, and I'll explain. But let's recap. A quick Google search showed that Facebook and all the apps they own were down. Now, if by chance you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, on October 4th, 2021, Facebook and all the apps they own, including Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger, completely shut down. So when I couldn't access all of these things, I was like, well, that sucks. But I quickly moved on to other projects I was working on. I had blogs to work on, websites to manage, marketing materials to create. So I didn't freak out. I mean, maybe a little bit. Although a major shutdown or permanent shutdown of a social network would have an impact on my online presence for sure, it isn't my entire online presence. I don't rely solely on it to be seen or found online. And neither should you. So if you're a business relying heavily on one or two apps, let's rethink how we strategize your digital presence. And if you were freaking out when Facebook went down, we need a better plan. And even if you weren't freaking out, we still need a good plan. So I want to talk about how to avoid having your business being affected too much by social media and to avoid going down when social media does. So as a small business, I really hope that you have taken advantage of social media to reach your target audience and grow your relationship with your customers and clients. However, I also hope that you have taken measures to stay connected with that audience off of social media. Because should something happen, like Facebook going down, you want to be sure that you can still contact your followers. For small businesses that do rely heavily on an online presence, and really, who doesn't these days, right? So a platform going down or ceasing to exist can be damaging. And let's face it, a digital presence is pretty much necessity in today's business marketing world. Your audience expects it. A large percentage do their research on these apps before making any purchase decisions. They want to see what you're up to. They want to see that social proof. So social media can be great to expand your audience by possibly hundreds of thousands and helping you reach a global audience and boosting sales. But what happens if it goes down or your account is suspended for whatever reason? Your audience can vanish overnight. All that rapport that you've built, gone. You'll lose contact and really putting you back at square one and building an online audience and online presence. So if you currently do use one or two apps to build your business's digital presence, then as I said, you are relying on the success of another company, like Facebook, for example, to keep your business afloat. So what should you do? Well, here are my top 3 tips to build a stronger online presence. So first of all, we want to diversify your following. We don't want all of your followers to be on one app. We don't want them to be all on Facebook or all on Instagram or all on Twitter. So make sure that your digital following is spread across various platforms. Don't rely on one company to keep your digital presence afloat. Use a mix of Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Google My Business, These are all owned by different companies. And make sure you cross-promote that content across various platforms and drive traffic back to your website. Drive traffic to your website with a lead generation, like a free guide that people can download. And in return, they give you an email in order to access that free guide. And now you have an email to start building your contact list. Now, I don't want you to think that diversifying your following means more work. It doesn't have to. If you are posting on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook, you can surely post the same content to all three platforms. Next is having a website with great SEO. Now, SEO is built up over time and helps you appear in more search results on Google. So be sure you're building a website with great SEO, or you're working with someone who can do this for you. And with a website, it is yours. You own your website. You have complete control. So get familiar with what keywords people are searching related to your industry. Be sure those keywords are used on your website. But more importantly, make sure that you are creating your own content in the form of blogs using those keywords to generate traffic to your own website. Then you can allow people to subscribe to your blog as well, and this helps you start a contact list of interested prospects, and you can begin to drip on them through email. And that leads me to my third tip, and that is to build an email campaign. Build an email list and start emailing. So if one day your social account goes kaput, then what happens to all those followers and leads? They're gone. But if you have an email list, you have a list of emails, and it is very rare that people change their email address. You might have a large social following, but do we really know who is logging on every day? Do we really know how many of those accounts are still active? We don't. So with an email, again, it is very seldom that people change their email address. So by sending emails, you're pretty certain that they're going to get them. So if you haven't yet, start building an email list today. This allows you to stay in touch with interested prospects, and it doesn't require you to rely on any third party like social media. So all it takes is one email per week to stay top of mind with an interested audience. And again, this doesn't have to mean more work. You can take any topic that you're posting on social media or any topic that you're writing in a blog perhaps, and share that as well in an email. So again, work smarter, not harder. So these are my top 3 tips to start to diversify your online presence so you're not relying solely on social media and you're not relying on another company to keep yours going. So make sure you are building a digital presence that will survive. Not too long ago as well, I posted a blog about how to avoid losing everything to social media. And today it's more important than ever. So feel free to check out that blog for even more tips to building a strong online presence. And you can find that at bertamarketing.com/blog. So again, I am Lindsay Berta, founder of Berta Marketing, a marketing agency dedicated specifically to small business owners, where I handle all of your marketing so you can focus on what you love. Thanks for listening.